Tonight, stand in front of a mirror in a dimly lit room, set a timer for 60 seconds, and stare directly into your own eyes. Do not blink. Do not look away. At first, you will see yourself, familiar and calm, but around the 45-second mark, something deeply disturbing happens. The edges of your face begin to dissolve into the shadows. Your eyes melt into hollow black sockets. A stranger, a monster, emerges from the glass, staring back at you with cold, hollow intent. You didn't leave the room. No demon possessed the mirror. Your reflection didn't change, but your mind has turned on itself. Tonight, we decode the Caputo Effect, why your brain aggressively creates a monster out of your very own reflection. The horror begins with a biological shortcut called Troxler's Fading. Your retina contains millions of sensory neurons. When you stare at a single point in dim light, those neurons adapt to steady stimulation and simply stop sending new data to your brain. Anything in your peripheral vision starts to fade away. Your ears, your jawline, the contours of your cheeks simply vanish into the dark. Your optical system performs a live erasure, but your brain cannot tolerate a blank canvas. When information stops flowing, the mind panics. Enter Italian psychologist Giovanni Caputo. In 2010, he locked 50 healthy volunteers in dimly lit rooms to test mirror perception. When visual data is erased by Troxler's Fading, the visual cortex panics. It demands structure, so it begins to guess. It grabs fragmented memories, primal fears, and random sensory noise, stitching them together to fill the missing spaces. In Caputo's study, 66% of participants saw a terrifying monster. Others saw deceased relatives, archetype witches, or alien creatures. Your reflection didn't change. Your brain was simply hallucinating in real time. But why a monster? Why doesn't the brain fill the void with a beautiful face? The answer lies in the uncanny valley and disease avoidance. Throughout evolution, a human face that looked almost right but slightly wrong meant danger. It signaled severe genetic mutation or a deadly contagious disease. When your brain stitches together incomplete visual data, the resulting face is slightly asymmetrical, slightly off. Your ancient defense system instantly flags this off-symmetry as a threat. It triggers a surge of terror, forcing you to register your own reflection as a predatory monster. This triggers a profound neurological breakdown called dissociation. Ordinarily, when you look in a mirror, the parietal lobe links the visual image directly to your internal sense of self. But under Troxler Fading and Caputo hallucination, that neural link breaks. You are looking at your own eyes, but your brain refuses to recognize them. It separates the observer from the observed. You become an alien to your own mind. For millions of years, humans only saw their reflection in still water, usually at night under threat of predation. A distortion in the water meant a predator was breaking the surface. Your survival brain never evolved for glass mirrors or modern bathrooms. When it detects a distorted reflection in low light, it assumes the worst. An imposter is standing in front of you. The monster in the mirror is your brain's ancient alarm system, firing on all cylinders to keep you alive. Mirrors do not lie, but your brain is a master of deception. So tonight, if you dare to stare into the dark glass, remember, the creature you see is not an evil spirit. It is the terrifying efficiency of your own nervous system turning on itself. The glass is empty. The room is safe. If this perspective brought you clarity, subscribe to ARKH, Human Nature. Join our tribe around the modern campfire as we decode the hidden codes of the human mind.